the untold truth story of Prince Harry and King Charles's bitter allowance conflict. In a stunning revelation that has rocked the very foundations of the British monarchy, a bitter allowance dispute between Prince Harry and his father, King Charles III, has erupted into a full-blown public spectacle. The conflict, which has been simmering for years, has now reached a boiling point, threatening to tear the once-united royal family apart. The story begins in the aftermath of Prince Harry's bombshell decision to step down from his royal duties and move to the United States with his wife, Meghan Markle. The move, which was met with a mixture of shock and scrutiny, was largely driven by the couple's desire for financial independence and a more private life. However, as the dust began to settle, a new controversy emerged: the issue of Prince Harry's royal allowance. But before we continue, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. According to sources close to the palace, King Charles III, who had been funding a significant portion of Prince Harry and Meghan's lifestyle, was not pleased with the couple's decision to step away from their royal obligations. The king, who had already faced criticism for his own spending habits, was reportedly unwilling to continue providing the same level of financial support to his son. The tension between the two reached a fever pitch when Prince Harry and Meghan's request for a continued, albeit reduced, allowance was met with a firm refusal from the king. The royal couple, who had already established a new life in California, were now faced with the daunting prospect of having to completely cut ties with the British monarchy and fend for themselves financially. The battle lines were drawn, and the two sides engaged in a bitter back and forth, with each accusing the other of being unreasonable and unwilling to compromise. The media frenzy that followed only further inflamed the situation, with both camps using the press to make their case and garner public sympathy. As the conflict escalated, the implications for the monarchy became increasingly grave. The public, long fascinated by the royal family's every move, were now divided, with some siding with Prince Harry and Meghan, while others staunchly defended the king's decision. The once revered institution of the British monarchy was now facing a crisis of trust and legitimacy. Behind closed doors, the tension was palpable. Sources within the palace reported that King Charles and Prince Harry were barely on speaking terms, with the once close father and son reduced to exchanging terse, formal correspondence. The rift had not only affected their personal relationship but also threatened to undermine the delicate balance of power within the royal family. The situation only worsened when Prince Harry and Meghan, in a move that shocked the world, decided to air their grievances in a tell-all interview with a prominent American television network. The explosive revelations, which included allegations of racism and a lack of support from the royal family, further strained the already fragile relationship between the prince and his father. As the world watched with bated breath, the conflict between Prince Harry and King Charles continued to escalate, with neither side willing to back down. The fate of the British monarchy hung in the balance, as the public's trust and the family's unity were put to the ultimate test. The question on everyone's mind remains: can this rift be healed, or is the once unbreakable bond between the prince and the king destined to shatter beyond repair? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the royal clash has captivated the world, and the untold truth of this bitter allowance conflict is about to be revealed.